Okay, I'm going to teach you this chord. It sounds a lot more intimidating than it really is. It's kind of like it's like an in-between chord. It's like it could be a D, but instead of playing a D, you're just going to add a little bit more flavor to it. Okay, so it's this kind of walk down. You hear this when it's hard for me to explain it, but you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Let me just play it for you. There, did you hear that second chord that I played? That second chord, it's just like you're stepping down and you're you're going. This is a transition chord. This is kind of like a D and an F and an F sharp minor. Okay. If you're not sure what that is, I'm just saying it. Don't get intimidated by I don't know what an F sharp minor is. I don't know what you're talking about combining chords. Just get the main thing is you know what it sounds like. So it's your G, okay? It's called an F sharp over D, and I know that sounds fancy, but when you're listening it to on the radio, you don't need to know what any of the chords names are. You really don't. The most important thing is when you're listening to it, does it actually sound good? And that movement in that chord sounds good. So just so you know what it's called, this is a G. This note lower to it is a F sharp. Also could be called a G flat. Okay, so that term flat means lower. Sharp means higher. So if this is a G, if I say flat, you're going to go one fret lower. If I'm going to say sharp, you're going to go one fret higher. So this is G, this is G sharp, this is an A, so this could also be an A flat. So this could be called, this is an in-between, this is a G, this is an A. This in-between here could be a G in reference to the G sharp, or if you're going to reference the A flat. Okay, so flat is lower, just like a flat tire, your car gets lower. Okay, and and it makes a lower sound. Okay, like the tires will make a lower sound. So flat is lower. Just think of your car getting lower because your tire is flat. Sharp is higher. If you get poked by something sharp, ow, you make a higher sound with your voice. Okay, I hope that made sense. So that I need association. I need something in my brain to help me to understand, to put things together, so I will remember it. So, so this is a G flat, or this is an F. Also, this is also an F sharp. So again, G, F. In reference to a G, this could be a G flat. In reference to an F, this could be an F sharp. Just think of it as most commonly in an F sharp. Okay, so F sharp. F sharp over D. You could this could also be called an F sharp minor, because this is an E minor, F sharp minor, G. So what you can do is, now that you know this is an F sharp, just know that that's an F sharp. If you're gonna say F sharp over D or F sharp minor, the main thing is that this is an F sharp right here, and you're going to use that arc technique. And again, it doesn't matter if you really know the names of chords, scales, or anything, as long as it sounds good. So don't get intimidated. So what I want you to do is, so you're playing that the exact same way you would play a G, E minor, F sharp, whatever, F sharp over D or F sharp minor. That's what you play, and that's what it sounds like. So So if you want to just, to make it musical, try to just go down and up, or just go back and forth. Go to the E minor. E minor. Go back up. G, F sharp, E minor. Okay, now that's not really a song or a chord progression, going those three chords going back and forth, but it does sound musical, so that's a good thing. But you don't want to write a song, just doing that back and forth. Something is kind of missing. It comes up a little short in my ears. Maybe if it sounds good to you, go ahead and use that and make a song from it. But something is missing. So that's a little bit technical, but again, don't get scared of the names. So F sharp. Okay, so what I want you to do is start playing with those 5 chords that you know. Actually, because you know that chord, that's 6. So this is just an example. Again, I'm just making it up. C, D, G, F sharp over D, or F sharp minor, E minor. That was just something that I made up. If you want to practice to that chord progression, just rewind the video and just play that again, or you just go ahead and incorporate that. And usually, that F sharp, just so you know, it will go in between the G and the E minor. Usually, if you're moving down, if you want to get to this, it's like this is an intermediate step. If you want to go from a G to E minor, think about adding that F sharp into it, and it'll sound good. Or if you want to climb up from an E minor, you want to go to a G, go ahead and before you hit the G, kind of play that and then go. It's like a step, either stepping down or stepping up. Okay, this chord, this is an F, okay? This chord, you're going to have to use your ear. You're going to have to use your ear to figure out how you want to play this and what it sounds the best to you. We could just strictly use the arc technique again. So this is an F sharp. So if this is a sharp, you're higher. To play a regular F, you go, this is your F, this is your F sharp, so that would mean that this is your F. So if you just strictly go with the arc technique that we've been learning so far, this would sound okay. F, mute, ring. F, mute, ring. F, mute, ring. Sounds okay. It doesn't sound really bad. It sounds okay. Okay, so let's go G to F. Let me just show you. F, G, F. There's nothing really wrong with playing an F like that. To my ears, I would like a little bit more, but I don't want to throw in other fingers in here and not at this point. And that's for the next series of teachings. It's more advanced chords, where if you want to put 2 fingers, 3, or even 4 fingers in to make a specific sound, you can, but since we're sticking to our OFWC motto, we're going to play our F either like this, or it's still technically one finger, but it's getting a little bit more advanced here. You're going to play these 3 notes. Okay, all third fret, 6th string, 5th string, 4th string. But you're going to play it this way, so you're going to bend your fingers kind of like, I don't know if you can see that. Let me go by that wall. Okay, you're going to bend it kind of backwards, so you'll be able to fret instead of a 1 point, one single note for one single fret. What you're going to do is you're going to kind of press down, so you're going to hit more than one string, and you're going to hit those 3 notes here. Okay, you're going to have to practice that. I'm using this finger to help me push down on top of it. Okay, and what I'm going to do now, okay, it's getting a little bit more advanced. It's like a backwards arc. Okay, so instead of an arc like this, it's kind of like a reverse arc. You're going to play 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to mute. This is your 3rd string. You don't want that. You don't want it to sound like that. You want it to be muted. So 1, 2, 3, mute. Ring those 2 strings out. 1, 2, 3, play, mute, and ring out. So it's gonna sound like this. That is a little bit tricky. It'll take you a little bit of time. Thankfully, you hardly play that chord. I just wanted to. Some songs there is an F in there. Okay, so the songs that we're playing, these chords are in the key of either D or G, and if you don't understand that, that's okay. So basically, when you have a song in front of you, you're gonna see a lot of patterns. They're gonna all match. You're gonna see a lot of G, C, D, E minor songs, again with that F sharp in there, and you might see this chord once in a while. In case you do see a F with those chord, that chord family, you know how to play it. It's you're probably not gonna play it a whole lot, but just so you know, that's an F. Play, mute, ring. So go ahead and practice that. It's going to take you a while. Tell you, it's a lot easier than this B flat. Again, that's not a real B flat because I'm in dadgad. But that is a very difficult sower chord. So this is a much easier. Again, I use my finger here to help me push down if this finger is having a hard time. This is going to be our A minor. Okay, you're going to play these 3. Okay, this is going to be your 7th fret. Here's your 5th fret, 6th, 7th. You're going to play these notes. So if you have a song in front of you and you see an A minor, how do you play that? It's this right here, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to mute your 3rd string, and you're going to ring. These 2 strings are going to almost always be ringing out, just about every chord. So play, mute, ring out. Okay, so this is at the 7th fret. So you're playing it this way. So again, this is a reverse arc. Okay, a reverse. So you're gonna fret the three notes, mute the one under it. 1, 2, 3, mute. Play a ring out. So. That's your A minor. Okay, so now that you know how to play an A minor, you're going to move it up two more frets. Okay, so thankfully you have these markers. 5th fret, that marker. 7th fret, this marker. 9th fret, this marker right here. It's the same exact thing for your A minor. 1, 2, 3, mute, ring out. Just move it up to here. This is your 9th fret. 1, 2, 3, play, mute, ring out. B minor. Okay, this chord is going back to the simpler arc technique, the regular one like this. So this is a B note here on the 9th fret, okay, when you played your B minor. So this B, this is a minor. You want that to be your minor sound. Now, this is a B, this is a B too. Same note, B. This one is your regular arc technique. Okay? Thankfully, it's not going to get any more difficult from these reverse arcs. So play, B, mute, ring, ring, ring. Okay, so that is what we call a B over G. Okay, so this is your bass note, your lowest note, over your, like a G chord. So it's like a G, 5th fret here, right? But you want, instead of, you want to stress that B note. And again, since this is your B, you want your lowest note to be a B. So you don't want to be playing your D. Okay, your lowest note is your B. So what does that mean? No notes lower than that. So you either gotta avoid, when you strum, avoid playing this top string. You can also just put your thumb lightly on top of it in case you hit it. It's muting. So this is your B over G. You can now play with all those chords, and again, most of the chords, you know that stopping point that we stopped off at, G, C, D, E minor, those 4 chords are a majority of songs that you need to play. These other chords are songs that chords that may or may not be in the song, and I just showed it to you so in case you see it, you know what to do. And again, so don't get intimidated by the harder chords. But you need to have that in your mind, be able to pull it out when you need. Because when you have those song sheets in front of you, you can basically, you'll be able to keep up with anybody. I'm not saying every single, like 100%, like that's because you don't have to write songs using those chords. You can play a little bit in and out. You can have some alternative chords. A chord that I never showed you, but I'll tell you 95% of the songs that I play, you don't need to know any more chords in the key of G other than that. So that is very, very good news.